Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Football Fignuts podcast. I'm Sinch.
And I'm Craig. This is Season 7, Episode 12, number 287. And let's just get right into it. Sinch, how are you?
Miserable. How are you?
Perfect. I've been better. My allergies really suck. So, I've been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, might as well just start where we always start. Cinch, what are you drinking?
I am very excited to be drinking my favorite drink from Southern Tier Brewing, a pumpkin nitro.
Ooh, very good. Very good. Nice.
And what are you drinking?
I am drinking a seltzer and not even an alcoholic one, because like I said, my allergies suck, and I have to take this, not that anyone cares, I have to take this stupid allergy medicine that makes me stupidly tired. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay, is this really because you had too much to drink on the last episode and you were swinging from the chandelier? And nobody's going to go back and listen to that one, but you were out of control.
I was. That's probably what happened. I wish Britt a happy birthday instead of anniversary, and then it all just went downhill from there.
Well, I'll tell you, the Seahawks saved my week because I was losing money left and right, and I hit a parlay with them on Monday night, and that put me for a winning week. So thank you, Seattle, and the Giants for doing their part, because never let it be said that the Giants didn't do the absolute least they could do.
Oh, yeah. Remember when they signed Darren Waller and everyone thought they were going to be good? Yeah.
I'm not saying they should be good, but Waller had, I think, 3 targets. I mean, come on. What are we doing? If the offensive line is that bad, take one step and just throw it to the guy.
Yeah, or just keep running. Don't even bother throwing, I guess.
Blow the whistle.
Exactly.
Just keep running.
All right. I don't have any burning hot takes this week, really.
I don't either.
Wow.
Let's jump right to the lineup.
Wow. We didn't even play.
I'm excited.
No.
Oh, yeah, America's favorite
team.
We
can't jump that far.
I got excited. Well, I got a lineup, so I was excited.
But you have a lineup ready, like your own lineup.
Yeah, well, I always try and make one so that you discuss the guys that are 3x value and we really need to look at. And I tell you, I like that guy and this guy, but this is where I'm leaning. And, last week I won money. I mean, I don't bet a lot, so I didn't win a lot.
Yep.
But the lineup I gave parts of, I cashed.
You cashed on.
Yes.
All right, so we can't jump that far ahead. Let me just look at the news really quick. Is there any news that we have?
Jonathan Taylor is practicing on Wednesday. DraftKings had him listed as out. I don't know if that's anything new, but he's coming off of the 4-week pup. So his 21-day practice window started with Wednesday. He could be ready this week. I personally would not use him just, first week back. But you could, because last week, Alvin Kamara first week back, and he had 22 points. Did you see his line for this last week?
No, I did not.
He had 11 catches for 33 yards. So if you're in PPR, it's not bad.
That is not bad. And you know who else is coming back too is Jameson Williams. So
Did you know, if I had to throw a trivia question at you, how many career receptions does Jameson Williams have?
Ooh. Career receptions, huh? I don't even know when his rookie year was.
It was his first year.
This is his first year? Or last year was?
No, his rookie year was his first year.
Oh.
I'm very helpful.
You are. Thank you.
Career receptions, Jameson Williams. Go. How many?
30. I don't know.
He has one. He has one career reception.
Wow.
That's what I hear. Everyone thinks remember, he was hurt coming into his first year, and then he played and got hurt, and I don't think he's done anything yet.
No, because then he got suspended.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so
beer is good.
Beer is good. I wish I had beer, but I don't. But that's okay. That's
all right.
Actually, I wanted. Did you watch the overseas game?
Very, very. No, you know what? I couldn't.
Oh, that's
right. I
right.
went to see my nephew play.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yes. No, it turns out I put it on at one point and it was on Hulu. Mm-hmm. So I was able to watch it. I was also able to watch, if you put on Disney Plus, mm-hmm. they had the, what is it called? Toy Story. They had the Toy Story, the players playing football in Andy's room.
That's right. That,
in Toy Story.
I have to say that
was pretty cool.
That was rather impressive for what they were doing. Like live animating the game was.
They had the announcer calling the play like you're watching. Right, if you weren't watching, you could have put it on that and just listened, mm-hmm. and it would be just like your regular TV channel.
Yeah, no, that was.
But it was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Of all the things the NFL has done, that one was rather fun to watch. I caught parts of it, but I didn't see a lot of it. I saw I saw clips afterwards, but it was pretty impressive. All right, so should we start with America's favorite game, or should we do the betting? No, you know what? Let's do America's favorite game. That Sinch is going to try to play again. And really quick, as just a quick reminder, America's favorite game is Sinch has to guess which games are going to be over 50 and which games are going to be under 40. This way, it'll kind of let you know who you should use in DFS. Because clearly, you want the game that Vegas thinks is going to score more, not the game that they think no one's going to score in. All right, so just like last time, I am using DraftKings for this. So let me see what we have here. We have 1, 2, this is 1. All right, there's 2 games over 50. And there's 1 game under 40 and 1 game at 40.
I got it all. I'm ready.
All right, and which are you guessing first, sir?
All of them.
Okay.
I'm going to go with I'll go with the 50.
Okay.
The over 50.
Okay, what do you got?
I believe it's the Cowboys 49ers.
Cowboys, what are they playing? Cowboys 49ers is incorrect. It's a 45.
Yes, stupid game. All right. I could regroup. Okay. I could go on the fly. Yeah. I'm ready
Strike
to go.
One.
My second guess at the over 50. I'm going to go to the Eagles in California at the Rams.
Let's see. Where are we on this list?
Puka Nakua.
When's
Puka.
That is correct. That is a 50.5.
Yay.
All right.
Right now, I imagine a little dancing Puka Nakua. Okay. Right. Cartoon version.
All right. One more game. 2 strikes.
So we're going with the under.
No, well, there's another. So we're going. Just pick that you're going to the under now. There's another over.
Oh, there were 2. Yeah. Okay, there's 2 over 50.
Yes.
Boy, I'll go with the no. You know, the Chiefs aren't the Chiefs that they used to be. Mm-hmm. The Dolphins are kind of the Chiefs offensively now, but both teams are playing bad teams. You know what? I'll just go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs and the Vikings.
That is correct. It is a 53. So,
all right.
Good job. So your 2 strikes carry over. So you have 5 strikes to guess the under. 40 and under. So there's 140. There's 1 under 40.
All right. I think the under 40 is going to be, and I'm sorry to say it, one of the worst teams in the league, the Bengals at the Cardinals.
That is incorrect. That's a 44.5.
Wow, really? Okay. Well, I'll go to one of the other worst teams in the league, and that would be the Patriots, the Saints at the Patriots. Come on.
That is a 40. So that's correct.
All right. Well, it's not incorrect, but it's not
It's
under.
not under.
All right, we have to get that one out of
Yeah.
the way, so we got that one out of the way.
You have 4 strikes.
I think I'll have to go to the Thursday night Amazon Prime big deal between the best third-year quarterback in the universe, Justin Fields, Bears, and the Commanders.
I was shocked at this myself. That is incorrect. That's a 44.5.
Wow, they're wrong.
It's because Justin Fields had a good week. So they're like, hey.
And lost.
Yeah, but he did stuff.
Well, you know what? There's one with an injured quarterback. Mm-hmm. So that I think that's got to be the one. The Ravens at the Steelers, with Mitch Trubisky at the helm.
Wasn't he a Bear? That is correct. That is a 38. Congratulations, sir. You have won.
Thank
Your
you.
favorite game.
I feel swell.
Congratulations.
I would like to take this time in my acceptance speech to tell the world I told you so. Mac Jones couldn't fight his way out of a one-sided paper bag.
Wow.
I called it 2 years ago. I am a Patriots fan. I'm not a Mac Jones hater. I'm just a realist.
Sometimes you have to be. Okay, so on to some parlay picks, if you will, before we get to the DFS metric. So this week, the source sent in his picks rather early. I was surprised.
There should be like an X-Files music for this.
There should. I keep looking for it, and I can't find a good one, but I'm still looking. Still looking.
Just a little bit of a creepy kind of music.
So this week, he's adding a 7-point tease to his picks. So, for example, he picked the Bills minus 5.5, but he added the +7, so the new line is +1.5. So, giving himself a little better odds. So he has the Bills, which the new line is 1.5. The Ravens at +3. He has the Saints +8.5 against the Patriots. I don't know how you feel about that. And he has the the Jets +9 over the Broncos. Interesting. Do you like doing teases like that? I know it lowers the odds a little bit, but it does make the odds better for you. So,
well, I got to tell you, I do them on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it could be anything, you know. Do I have a problem with it? No. Right. But I don't know. And that 12 to 1 o'clock hour is when I'm doing that bet. And then at 3 o'clock, that's when you gotta jump in and say, all right, do I cash out or do I hedge my bet where maybe he picks maybe you pick a 3-team parlay, and if you win, you're going to win 50. And it comes down to that one final game, maybe throw $20 on the other team so that no matter what, you're going to win. So maybe you win 30 instead of 50, or if you win the other way, you win 60 instead of, whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, it's right now. That could work. I have no problem with any of those specific games, but it's just a little too far out.
A little too far out for you.
Yeah, I could talk about Thursday night.
Okay, go ahead.
What was the spread on that one? The Bears at the Commanders.
So the Bears are +6.
Wow, Bears are +6.
The money line.
I'll take the Commanders.
The money line is if you want the Commanders, it's -265.
You know what I did the other day with that Seahawk Monday night game? Instead of taking the winner, because I've gotten burned on those. Patrick Mahomes killed me on that one where he slid down at the 1.
Not just you. The majority of the betting world.
Yeah, but it hurt me more than it hurt anyone else in the world. So what I did with Monday night is I just did Daniel Jones over on the rushing yards, Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown, and over on the rushing yards. And it was like an easy win, and I don't remember what the, +500 or something, whatever it was. but it was an easy win, and it felt
Oh,
good.
good.
It was a nice thing to see late at night before I went to sleep to not get enough sleep to go to work Tuesday morning.
And that's really that's really what you need.
So with the Bears Commanders Thursday night game, I would take something like Justin Fields, maybe over the rushing number, and maybe I'd take Brian Robinson, maybe anytime touchdown.
Anytime touchdown
I would be careful.
Is minus 115. What if you do Brian Robinson first TD scorer? That's plus 500.
See, I don't like that because if you do that in a same game parlay and that doesn't happen, 3 minutes into the game, you've already lost your bet.
Yeah, you would have to do that.
I like the anytime over that. But, I'd be careful with that because I don't think there'll be a lot of scoring. I could see that being 21-17, maybe less, maybe 17-13.
And now it was really quick. What do you think is harder to pick? Football anytime touchdown score or baseball anytime home run?
Well, let me tell you, I am a traditionalist when it comes to baseball. Right. I don't like any change. I didn't like the wild card. And yes, it turned out to be a good thing, but I hated it. And I hate any change. And because for whatever reason, I'm such a traditionalist, I've never bet on baseball, and I think I never will.
That's fair.
So I couldn't possibly answer that question. But if you think about it this way, when you're trying to pick the anytime touchdown, if you go with a superstar type person, I don't want to say they're easy to hit, but they're pretty easy to hit. I mean, don't you think Tyreek Hill is going to have a touchdown this weekend? More often than not, he does.
True. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
So answer your own question. Which one do you think is easier, the home run thing or the anytime touchdown?
I've done both, so I'd have to say the home run, probably.
Really?
I think so. Although, granted, people usually bat, like 3-4 times a game-ish, depending.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they have more opportunity to hit a home run, but I don't know.
Did you see by any chance, and again, we're veering off of football for a second, the playoffs in baseball started.
Yes.
Texas Rangers at the Tampa Bay.
Yep.
You know what? Tampa Bay, and they don't deserve a team name, at the Tampa Bay baseball team. And they make the playoffs. They're hosting the first playoff game, and they have maybe half the stadium full, like empty seats everywhere. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, they should move to
Montreal
or Hartford.
No, Hartford doesn't want them.
Sad.
I want to hear a team play in Montreal. Okay, so I'm a Mets fan. I used to watch the Met games all the time. They had this former retired player, Fran Healy, would call the games, and whenever he would say Montreal, he would say Montreal. And I would think, no, it's Montreal. So I enjoyed hearing that.
Hey.
It wasn't one of those that would drive me nuts like the Bengals. No, it's the Bengals. But that bothered me. The Montreal thing never bothered me.
Hey, I still think the Expos had one of the best logos in sports. So,
and their mascot, whatever he was like a green monster. He was fun.
Yeah, I don't know really.
I don't know what his name was, what he was.
Actually, really quick, where did the Expos go? Did they move or just disband and they went
to Washington. They became the Nationals.
Okay. All right then. I think.
Hey, back to football.
Sorry, hey, it's we talk about sports here and things in general, so it is what it is. So this week, even though Britt is not here, he was nice enough to have a conversation with the metric to help you pick players who are value. And remember, we try to go to 3x value, to get the most out of your salary cap. So starting off at quarterback, and when I opened this, I personally was shocked. But seeing that who they're playing, my shockedness is a little lower. So that name on the top of the list is Zach Wilson. because he is $4,900. And right now, the metric has him slated for 3.4 points, or 3.4 return. He's slated for about 16.9 points. I don't know how I feel about that personally.
I'm going with Zach Wilson. He's playing against Denver.
In Denver.
Okay. The offensive coordinator for the Jets is Nate Hackett, Private Eye. He's going back to Denver. He used to be the head coach of Denver. Now, remember, in the offseason, in the summer camps, names. The new Denver Broncos head coach.
2 words, sounds like.
It's Sean. It's not Casey because he's the hitting coach of the Yankees, and I know this, but I can't. Sean something.
Payton.
Thank you, Sean Payton. So Sean Payton said all kinds of things that no coaches ever say in front of a microphone about last year's team that was run by Nate Hackett. And then Aaron Rodgers said all kinds of, defending Hackett and whatever. But the Jets have had this game circled for a while. Denver gave up 70 to the Dolphins, and just their defense completely quit. Now, Russell Wilson has been playing probably better this season than last, but the Denver defense, I'll say it, they're a bunch of quitters. They're a bunch of never was and never gonna be's. So, yes, Zach Wilson could turn around and throw up 110 yards and 4 interceptions this week, but I think you've got a 1-week grace period where you could use him, and he's going to give you the points. So I am rolling with Zach Wilson.
Wow. I mean, there you have it, folks. Some other...
Jets, Jets.
And that's from a Patriots fan. I'm
all right. They're no threat to me. We've beaten them for 20-something years in a row. I can't remember. I lose count.
Some other quarterbacks optionals, if you don't want Zach Wilson, because he played better last week, and but sometimes it's painful to watch him play. Next on the list is Joshua Dobbs, who's having a hell of a time in Arizona. He is just enjoying himself. He finally was able to purchase his own jersey, so they made that happen for him. He's playing Cincinnati, who they are not playing well. I mean, their defense is all right, but their offense is not good. So he's slated right now with us for about 17.2 points. He's $5,200, and the metric has him at 0.33. Next down the list is Matthew John Stafford. A little bit more expensive. He's $5,600. Slated to have maybe 17.6 points. Playing Philadelphia, who has a pretty good defense, so I don't know how I feel about that. And then next on the list, it kind of goes up from there. The next is Tua and Anthony Richardson. Tua is $7,100, and Anthony Richardson is $7,000. That might be a bit much.
I'll tell you, just to jump in, if I had to pick another guy I like Tua a lot. They went to Buffalo and got their asses kicked.
Like I said,
much.
They're Cowboys of the AFC.
At home against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Yeah. If you're looking for a survivor pick this week, Miami's looking like a pretty good one.
Yeah, and you know what, though? That's always when they get you, survivor picks.
Well, you got to pick somebody.
That's true.
So, I mean...
and then to round off the 3X list, we have Ryan Tannehill. He was at $4,900.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you there because I see the next name and we just can't do that.
And the next name is the one and only Mac Jones, who's playing New Orleans. He's slated for 15.5 points at $5,100, and he's just about a 3X. So
I'd like to jump in and say, no. Back to you, Craig.
And then next on the list, this is the last one we'll mention for now, is CJ Stroud's playing Atlanta 6,000. It's a little under 3X, but I kind of like that. I kind of like that play. Oh,
I'm quickly becoming a big CJ Stroud fan.
Yeah, he's actually helping.
I like the way
helping Houston for a change.
I like the way he carries himself. He looks like a pro quarterback. He doesn't look overwhelmed.
Like some other people on other teams.
Mac Jones. Yeah.
Okay, so on to running backs. This week, no one's really at 3x. There's one person that's a little bit under, and the rest are like at 2.5. So take that as you will. The first name on the list is Alvin Kamara. He's slated for 17.1 points, and the salary is at $6,300. So that's a little bit under 2x or 3x. The next names down on the list are Brees Hall at $5,400, James Conner at $58. How do you feel about Robinson in Atlanta? He's next on the list, but he's $7,700. Were you a Robinson truther at the beginning of the year? Because I know I wasn't.
I have him. I had him ranked as my number one running back coming into this season. So, to answer your question, I think he has all of the talent, the burst, the speed, all of that. He has all of the tools to be the best running back in the league. It's just Atlanta. I mean, if he was on another team, did you know that Jonnu Smith, former Patriot, where did he come from? Where was he before the Patriots? Do you remember? No, that doesn't feel. No, he was Tennessee. Oh, okay. That's where he was. He was on Tennessee, then the Patriots. He went to Atlanta now as a free agent, or the Patriots traded him, or they picked him up at the bus station, something. I'm not sure. But anyway, Jonnu Smith has more fantasy points and more yards than Kyle Pitts. He is the best tight end on that team, and Kyle Pitts is second. So that, to me, is just a head coach that does not know how to use an offense, which is funny because he was the offensive coordinator of the Titans before he got the Atlanta job, and that's how he got the job because he was such a good coordinator.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Interesting connection. Interesting. Huh.
And he's the guy, remember, that his father is invented or started up the company. What is it, like FedEx or something?
Robinson?
No, the coach. His father, I think, is FedEx. His father is the owner of FedEx. Not like a little store, like all of FedEx. And he's like an Uber millionaire, and he's, just coaching for kicks and giggles.
Must be nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a coach because I'm bored. I don't know what to do.
No one in Atlanta is giggling.
Next on the list is Dameon Pierce. He's a
28-3. I don't know why that jumped into my head.
That's rude.
That's
rude. That's rude, sir. Next is Dameon Pierce. He's at $5,300. Next on the list, next couple people down, are Reem Mozart at $6,200. Isaiah Pacheco at $57, and still driving the train is Joe Mixon at $64. So is anybody?
I'm sorry. Did you hear that? I'm sorry. I took the phone microphone away. It's something about Joe Mixon driving a train. I mean, maybe that's like his future job, driving a train.
It might be. So is anyone else on this list? Do you like anyone else on this list at all?
I got to tell you, I don't like David Montgomery in general.
Okay,
I had him years ago on the Bears, and he only disappointed me. I have him in a league or two this year, and he has been outstanding for the Lions. So I'm thinking the Lions against Carolina. I could see the Lions putting up a lot of points this week. So I like Montgomery. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Brees Hall.
That's what I was going to say.
He's playing against Denver. I said how. Yeah.
I was going to say Brees Hall might be a good option as long as he can deal with the playing in Denver up in the air.
I went to. I took Devin Achane. Yep. I'm struggling. It seems like his pronunciation of his name has changed.
It changes based on who says his name. Yes.
Achane. So the running back with Miami named Devin, I'm going to take him. He's 6,100, and he's gone over 100 yards. Last week he did it on like 8 carries. So I could see a game against the Giants where Miami takes a lead and then is trying to run out the clock
Mm-hmm.
and is scoring while running. And this guy's pretty fast, so I like him this
He's pretty
week.
fast. I drafted him and dropped him, so that's cool.
Oh, well, that was good of you to do.
It was really right. I figured I would just share the wealth. No, but really, I had it.
What a great drafter you are.
I drafted him, but I needed the room because we can only keep X amount of running backs, and at the time, week 1, some random no-name dude figured he's taking up space. But anyway, that's where we are. All right, on to receiver. If it clicks, there we go. Thank you. Okay, so we have one person at 3x for receiver. He's at 0.37. So, because it's Wan'Dale Robinson playing for the Giants, slated to have 11.3 points, but his salary is only $3,000. So,
I'll tell you right now, unless you're a Giant fan, you're not using him. Unless you're a Giant fan.
I mean, at 3,000, wouldn't use him.
Are you going to use him?
If me using him at 3,000 can get me upgrades in other places, then maybe.
Okay.
The next couple people down on the list are Michael Wilson at 3,700, Marquez Hollywood Brown. So I'm surprised he still plays. He's at 5,000. Then there is Zay Flowers at 5,500 and Alan Lazard at 3,900. I do like Robinson only because of the price. Like, he doesn't need to do much. And I think Daniel Jones can handle that. I'm really sure.
After this past week, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Daniel Jones just got sacked again. Did you see that?
Sad. I kind of like DeAndre Hopkins at 5,700 because he can still play. I do kind of like, again, to save money, I do like Adam Thielen at $5,100 because they have been using him quite a bit. Anyone for you?
On this list, Zay Flowers is at Pittsburgh, and he's only 5,500, so he's a name I could see something happening. There's just certain guys that just piss me off.
I know that.
Like Pickens. Pickens should be good. He's fast. He could catch anything. I don't know. Is it just the quarterback?
Probably.
Is it that he can't run routes? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really watched a full Pittsburgh game. I could tell you that I love Puka Nacua, and I think I might always love him for that name and his production. And also I go back to he has to do it now because Cooper Kupp is eligible. That was way harder than it should have been. Eligible to come back from injury as soon as he's healthy. And I would be afraid that Nacua is really going to lose out to maybe not snaps, but maybe the attempts once Cooper Kupp is back. So he is 7,700, but I would use him. And then to save money, Alan Lazard on the Jets against Denver, and I think the Jets could possibly put up a lot of points this week. And he's only 3,900. So he's a guy you could jump to.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, you could try to make a stack with Zach Wilson and Lazard. I mean, you could try. Try it. Save some money.
You could use Tyreek Hill because every week he puts up 100 yards and a touchdown. So, I mean, you could go that way.
That's true. Although, you know what? When they played the Bills, they all looked pretty sad on the sideline. They looked all sad.
See that's one of the reasons why I would want to use them even more this week, because I don't think there's any chance that after a loss in Buffalo, they're going to go home and lose to the Giants. So if they're going to win, they're going to put up points, and he's their number one guy.
That's true. That is true. All right, on to tight end. If it clicks. Okay.
And who doesn't love a good tight end?
That's right. Damn it. like we say every week, I'm going to read you some names. Pick one who fits. There's only one person right now who's slated at 3x for us, and that is Zach Ertz. He is $5,300. He's playing Cincinnati, who, like we said before, they're having a very rocky start to their season before the bye week, which is not cool. The next on the list down, we have Tyler Higbee at 4,100. We have Mark Andrews at 55, which for me on tight ends that's too much. Next person down is Sam Laporta at 5,000. Again, for me, too much. Tyler Conklin.
I like him.
Oh, he's a great tight end. In DFS, though, that's just too much money.
I agree.
Tyler Conklin is next on the Jets at 32. Your buddy Kyle Pitts is $3,300. Tempting.
It's too much money for him.
Then we have...
the worst part is he's as talented as any of these guys.
He is.
Put him on another team so we could use him.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if he was a Bengal. Wouldn't mind. So we have Kyle Pitts, then Dalton Schultz. He is 3,400. Your buddy in Tennessee, who I swear to God, one day I will learn how to pronounce his name.
Chig Nkonkwo.
Thank you.
Okonkwo.
Thank you. He's $3,200. Durham Smythe. Who the hell is Durham Smythe? He is the tight end in Miami.
The tight end. He took over for Mike Gesicki, who left in free agency and mistakenly went to the Patriots.
Oh, sad. Sad.
It is.
He is 3,000, and then after that, because it's sorted by what we think they're going to get back in points, is Travis Kelce, who is $7,600, which, again, it's way too much money for a tight end. So anybody on this list stand out to you?
Not really. The name that I was looking at, if you went way down on the list, you would see Darren Waller, who is 5,400. Whenever I'm picking a lineup, tight end and defense, it's what can I stand to look at? Darren Waller had 3 targets on Monday night. I'm sure the coach has heard enough questions. Why is he getting so few targets? So I could see them making a concerted effort to get it to Waller this week. So that's why I chose him.
That, you know what? That works for me. I'm okay with that.
Hey, just to jump in for a second, this is the first week of buys for this season. Right. So the Browns, Chargers, Seahawks, and Bucks are on bye.
Yes, that is correct.
Hopefully, if someone is listening to this, they've picked up who they need to pick up in their season-long lineup.
That's
just in case they needed to pick up somebody.
Okay.
Gee, thanks. I deserve a drink.
You do. You enjoy that drink. All right, and then next, everyone's favorite, defenses. Yay. There is no defense slated for 3X this week, at least according to the metric. Some of the top picks are the Panthers. They're $2,200. The Titans, they're $2,400. The Steelers are $2,700. The Chiefs are $3,300. Yeah. So now we're getting to the range of too much money for defenses. We have the Dolphins, they're $36. The Lions are $38. And the Saints are $3,000. The Colts are $3,200. It doesn't get any cheaper until you get to a couple more down to the Vikings, who are $2,500. Sinch, who do you like this week, if anyone?
When I'm picking a defense, I go from the bottom up, and I find the first team that I could stomach that I think might get some turnovers. This week, that was Tennessee. Tennessee is $2,400, but they're playing against the rookie quarterback with the Colts. So, throw a coin, flip a coin, throw a dart.
And just for reference, the bottom defense for the metric is the Atlanta Falcons at $3,400. In case you're wondering. And the team above them is the Rams at $26. So really quick, if you had to pick between those two defenses, like you had to pick one, who would you go with?
Oh, man. I guess I would go with Atlanta for the same thinking that they're playing Houston and a rookie quarterback. But CJ Stroud still, I believe, does not have an interception. So that means they're not turning the ball over. And I don't see Atlanta jumping out to a big lead where that would force Houston to have to throw on every down and strange things would happen.
Yep.
I wouldn't pick either, but if I had to pick one, I would pick Atlanta. How
All
about
right.
you?
Honestly,
Which one would you
the same reasoning. I think the offense for Philadelphia, even though it's not what it was when they got to the Super Bowl, I don't think, really. But they're still very good. And I'm not sure the Rams defense can keep up with them. So I also would pick the Falcons.
Yay.
And my last question to you, because we did, we kind of went through the beginning pretty quick. If you had to pick one game, who would be your lock of the week if you were in a suicide, pool, who would you pick? So, like I was saying,
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't pick one game. I don't know what happened.
If you could pick one, I think your phone got mad. If you could pick one game to pick in a suicide pool, what game would it be, and who would you pick?
Oh man,
anyone you want. So we'll say you can pick whoever. So I'm not gonna say you picked somebody already.
Oh, well, I'm looking at Miami. I'm still alive in our little survivor pool that we did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Miami, and I don't think I've used them yet. I'm sorry. Let me look real quick because, again, this is too early in the week for me to do that. I wouldn't use Buffalo because they're in London and crazy things happen, so I wouldn't use either one of those teams.
Mm-hmm.
I like Miami. I like the Lions against the Panthers. That would be a good one. I don't know. Who do you like? Do you have a team that jumps off right off the bat?
Let's see. Let me look at this again here.
Chiefs at Vikings. That I can't see the Vikings beating the Chiefs.
No, but it is in Minnesota, and there's always the giant question mark that is Kirk Cousins. He could easily have 500 yards passing in this game. I mean, they could.
I think the better question is, if you're in one of those survivor contests and you're serious, you can't use the good teams. So you're not picking Philadelphia or San Francisco every week. You're trying to pick a bad team.
Yeah.
Because that way you could last longer.
True.
So I think the question is better asked, which bad team do you think you could get away with a win this week? And that might be Texans against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Saints against the Patriots.
Yep. Actually, that's the one
Bengals, Cardinals.
That's what I was looking at. I was going to say the Saints. Because
the only thing that would concern me with that is they're on the road and the Patriots had a just demoralizing loss. So you got to figure they would bounce back, and they're at home. But I mean, if you told me the Saints were to win this game 27-10, I would not at all be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to put Zap in and just let it go. So
I think you need to go to Thursday night, and you're either picking the Bears or the Commanders.
I'm picking the Commanders. I'm sorry, Sean. Not that you're ever going to listen to this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Commanders in that game.
I did one contest once that I loved it, and I think we did it once, where you pick every game for the entire season before the season starts. And I really enjoyed that because you really have to guess how you think a team's going to do for the entire year.
Yep.
And then when you make all your picks and you look back on it, it's like, well, they are not going to go 16-1, so I've got to go back and give them. And the other way around, well, that team's not going to win one game. I got to give them a couple of wins.
Yeah. No, that was fun. I don't know. Maybe we should do it again, but I wonder if it's harder in the middle of the season.
Oh, I don't know. We just need someone who could do that kind of thing technically. Someone like, I don't know, Craig. You've been assigned.
Damn it. Oh, man. And with that, even though we sped up the beginning of this podcast, we have been recording for 47 minutes already. So probably a good stopping point, I think.
So that means we've gotten to the point in the podcast where I have been saying it's time to sell high. So if you'll remember, I did Mike Evans a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
I did. Who did I do last week?
I don't know.
Was it McCaffrey? I said McCaffrey in general, but I don't know if it was him. Oh, no, it was Mostert. I said sell high, sell Mostert. I have to admit, I was not prepared for this. I was not ready to sell high. I think what I would be doing in reverse this week is I would be buying low.
Oh, okay.
Travis Kelce has been off to a terrible start. You might be able to trade and get him from someone. I think he's going to put up his numbers. He hasn't had a bad season. So he's a guy that's going to put up numbers. Another guy who it wouldn't take a lot to get, Ramondre Stevenson, the running back for the Patriots, he has done 0 so far. So that could be a scenario where you could just give up someone else and you could get him. And then the final guy has been a punching bag guy for me because he's been a joke for his entire career so far. And that's Kyle Pitts. If someone owns Kyle Pitts and you make them an offer, I think they would be so willing to take that offer just so they don't have to see Kyle Pitts on their team anymore. So I guess that's my final thought.
Wow.
What do you have?
There you have it. I'm just going to go back to just a quick reminder of what Sinch said before. Bye weeks have started. Injuries have taken over the league. You have a receiver with a hamstring injury, that's not good. So you definitely, if you're doing season long, you need to pay attention to that, especially with backups. Because when people like Kupp get hurt, and then other people step up, like Cinch's favorite player. Oh, see.
Puka.
There you go.
Nakua. Puka.
You never know who's going to step up and take over. So it's definitely something now at this point in the season, and week 5, you have to pay attention to that. And you know what else you should pay attention to? Leaving us a review, mainly on Apple iTunes. Our podcast is everywhere now, but really, the iTunes review is what really counts. So we'd appreciate it. You can, if you ever have a question, we're really not on X anymore. I mean, our account's there, but I'm not looking at it. Soon there's going to be a subscription to use it, and then we're definitely not going to look at it. So you can always visit our website at fignutsdfs.com, or you can email us at fignutsdfs or fignutsdfs@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. If you like something, let us know. If you don't like something, be constructive about it. Not just say you're a big stupid head and I hate you, because, fine, but that doesn't really help anything.
I believe the proper way to do it would be to write your question, comment, or amusing anecdote, put it into a bottle with the top on it, and throw it into the ocean. We'll get it.
We are near the coastline, so there is a chance we would get it.
I am less than a mile from the water.
Me too.
I'll go get it myself.
Me too. So, and I don't know how far away. Britt is too, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. See, so there are multiple points in which we would be able to receive it if you want to send it.
I was not lying. Drop that message in a bottle.
He's not lying, folks. And with that, Cinch, thank you very much for the last minute fill-in. Greatly appreciate it, sir.
Thank you for allowing me to speak out loud in front of a microphone.
You are most welcome. And as always, hi, Deb. With that, again, thank you very much. This has been another episode of the Football Fignuts podcast. I'm Craig.
I'm Sinch.
Hi again, Deb.